Ramesh, and he's been evaluated by Dr. Jim.
Thank you very much. Ramesh, so that was just speech number 2? I thought that was a good job. What do you guys think? Yeah. Was that a well-delivered speech? Yeah. Did anybody have any problems hearing Ramesh? No. He's a clear speaker. Did anybody notice Ramesh looking at you during his speech? Fantastic eye contact, Ramesh, which is very impressive, especially considering it's only speech number 2. Clearly you feel comfortable. I don't know if that's too powerful of a word, but you don't have any real problems getting up in front of a group of people and giving a speech. Fantastic. Lots of people go through their entire life and never feel as comfortable as you feel just on your second speech. So that's a major, impressive accomplishment already. Let's talk about your hands, Ramesh. You've got 2 of them. We've got 2 of them. They're fantastic things. You know, I saw you doing some clasping during it, and I was going to go, oh, you know, here we go. Now I can give you some guidance. Fantastic. Thank you for throwing that bone my way. But after that, what did he do with his hands? He counted off things using his fingers. He made some points with it. He was doing gestures. So Ramesh, stop clasping your hands, but keep doing everything else you're doing with your hands. So congratulations. Ultimately, where are the hands supposed to be? By the side. Okay? If you're not using them, just drop them off. You're using them, and you're using them to enhance the value of the speech that you're giving. So that's an impressive accomplishment, once again, on your second speech. But you need to know when to give them a rest. You started with an opening question, and basically it's almost a challenge to the group. Does anybody remember what his challenge was? You don't remember at all, do you? We wasted a decade. 10 years are gone, and they're wasted, right? Good. I mean, what happens when you hear that? You feel a little bit of alarm. It's like, oh, darn, I should have gotten up earlier or something like that, right? Okay, so that was fantastic. You caught everybody's attention, which is exactly what an opening is designed to do. And then you went in and told us why you were making this bold statement. Now, one of the things that you were required to do as part of this speech was to do smooth transitions. You had a lot of points in your speech. Your transitions were a little rocky. The next one, the next one, the next one, right? So you just basically took a point, shoved another point up after it, and so on and stuff like that. To do it a little better, you would have flown. You would have made some point, then you would have used that point to flow into the second one. You had 7, maybe 8 points, so that would have been a challenge to do. Which brings up another very interesting question. If I went around the room and I asked the people, tell me 3 points that Ramesh made in his speech, there'd be a moment of panic. Because I don't think they could do it. There was an awful lot of information packed into a very small speech. A better approach probably would have been to cut it down to, let's say, 3 points, and go into those points a little bit more detail during your speech, as opposed to trying to cram a lot of information into a very small space. At the end, you said thank you, didn't you? Did I recall that correctly? Don't say that. We're lucky that you came. We're very honored that you gave us a speech. You don't have to thank us. I think that's it. Ramesh, once again, speech number 2, which is an early on starting speech where you're doing some very basic skills. My friend, you did a fantastic job. The only one final point I wanted to leave you with, your breath, your voice, I guess is the right way to say it. It's a breathy voice. Is that an okay thing to say? I think it is, right? So you're very clear and easy to understand. English, fantastic, not a problem. The way you speak, there's a lot of breathing or pauses in it, and it's just your natural style. When you get on a little bit farther and you start using vocal variety, I'm going to be watching you very closely, because I think if you work a little vocal variety into your speaking style, you can become an incredibly powerful speaker. So thank you very much, and I look forward to your next speech.